wanted to say that my experience with the Kevin Muiderman instruments has been stellar.
Hello, I'm Kevin Muiderman. I'm a guitar maker in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and I've had the great privilege of making some instruments for Mike Gordon. Some of you know Mike Gordon is the bass player from Phish, but he also has other iterations, Mike Gordon Trio. He does some solo things, and I met him actually when he was touring with Leo Kottke. They've recorded several records together. There's a recent record, I guess recorded mostly during COVID, called Noon. It's a great collaboration. And they wanted to tour, he and Leo, that record. And one of the struggles that Mike has had is finding a good, usable acoustic bass, one that actually had tone and playability, and one that could balance with what Leo Kottke was doing. So they tried dozens of instruments over the years and couldn't find one. But Mike liked the sound, the tone that Leo was getting out of the guitars I made for him, and he and Leo talked. They contacted me and asked if I could try to make a 5-string acoustic bass, something that could balance the duo on stage. And so, sure, I said, and I started with this. We built a prototype first, and so here's the prototype, kind of a jumbo body, 16-inch with a pretty deep body. I think it's about 5 inches, and it has a bolt-on neck. The whole thing is disassemblable, and the idea being that we can make changes on an unfinished instrument rather than trying to build, let's say, 10 instruments to try to get the right one. And so I'd been working with other players like, say, Willie Porter on a baritone guitar with a fairly short scale for a baritone, actually. And so I knew that I could get a bass sound acoustically, a really usable bass sound acoustically, by using composite materials and an ultra-lightweight top, a top that under normal bracing conditions would just pull up and explode. The guitar would be destroyed. I'd also made a couple other small-bodied acoustic basses for some other prominent guitarists and bass players, and they really loved the volume and tone they were getting out of these acoustic bodies. Again, normally bass players really struggle with acoustic guitar basses because they just don't have the projection, the clarity of note they're looking for. So, based on things I'd done before, I set about building a prototype for Mike Gordon using this body, and he asked for a little sound port here.
And this thing, by the way, has something that this doesn't. We decided we would put one of these here, facing the artist,
so that when he's playing it, he could hear acoustically what was going on, so he didn't have to have the monitor turned up too loud, so he could still hear what Leo was doing. They could be on stage and hear each other. I put it together. We tried a couple of prototypes, and he liked it, and they toured with it. Appreciates it, still uses it for a lot of his acoustic recordings. When he's with Phish, of course, he's using electric basses, but when he's doing solo stuff or trio stuff, then sometimes he'll use this acoustic bass. Also, when he was touring with Leo, he liked the sound of the very small-bodied guitar that I'd made for Kottke, and it was the same guitar that they recorded some of the Noon record with. And so he asked me to make a 6-string guitar because he wanted to do some guitar duets and do some original tunes on the tour with Kottke. Kind of find out that Mike Gordon is actually also an extraordinary guitar player. hadn't heard his acoustic guitar work before. That guitar is a copy of this one. This is the model of guitar that Leo Kottke had been touring with, and this was the guitar that they used to record part of the Noon record. And the thing about it is that it's a small body guitar, 14 3/4 lower bout, a short scale, 24 3/4, but it has lots of volume, presence, tone, and it's because of the ultra lightweight top with composite bracing, really the same philosophy I used to make the bass. The tensions are all different, and so I had to prototype them and adapt the tensions, but the principle is the same. So Mike also commissioned at the same time a small-bodied 6-string acoustic guitar. He uses them and records with them both. So it's been a lot of fun working with Mike on these acoustic instruments based on the prototypes that we worked on together. Here you go, Mike.